Do you feel like no matter how hard you work or how much your income grows, your bank account always ends up at zero by the end of the month? It is a very common story. The problem is rarely the amount of money you make. The real culprit is the invisible financial habits that are sabotaging your wealth every single day. Today, we are going to expose the most dangerous money traps we all fall into, and I will give you the exact blueprint to fix them. Welcome back to The Funded Professional, your personal academy for mastering money, investing, and the path to financial independence. Building wealth does not require luck or an accounting degree. It requires mastering your mindset. By the end of this video, you will know the 5 toxic financial habits that are keeping you broke and, most importantly, the practical steps you can implement today to change your mindset and start keeping your money. If you are ready to stop just surviving and start thriving, let's get started. The first habit keeping you broke is perhaps the most silent of all: lifestyle inflation, also known as lifestyle creep. This happens when your expenses increase at the exact same rate as your income. You get a raise at work, a bonus, or a new job that pays better. What is the first thing you do? You move into a more expensive apartment, buy a new car, or start dining out at fancier restaurants. The problem with this habit is that it creates the illusion of wealth because you are surrounded by nice things. But your actual net worth remains at zero. You are trapped in the rat race. You earn more, but because you spend more, your financial stress level never decreases. You are, essentially, just a slave with a higher salary. The cure for lifestyle creep is drastically changing your mindset from saving what is left to spending what is left. You must pay yourself first. If you remember our video on the 50-30-20 rule, you know that 20% of your income should go to your future. Every time you get a raise, pretend it never happened. If your salary increases by $500 a month, immediately automate a transfer of that $500 to your investment or savings account. Live on the exact same income level you had before the raise. This is the fast track to the FIRE movement and early retirement. The second destructive habit is justifying small expenses. It's only $5 for this coffee. It's only $10 for this subscription. It's only $15 to order takeout instead of cooking. Our brains are wired to ignore the impact of small numbers, but math isn't forgiving. If you spend $15 a day on small and planned luxuries, that equals $450 a month, or $5,400 a year. That is the amount you need to max out a basic investment account. Many people claim they don't have money to invest, yet they have 3 streaming subscriptions they never watch, gym memberships they don't use, and a habit of buying lunch every day at the office. To fix this, apply 2 strategies. First, do a ruthless audit this weekend. Go through your last 3 months of bank statements and cancel absolutely every recurring subscription you haven't used in the past 30 days. Be ruthless. Second, implement the 48-hour rule for your wants. If you see something you want to buy online or in a store and it is not a basic need, do not buy it immediately. Put it on a list and wait 48 hours. 90% of the time, the emotion of the impulse buy will fade, and you will realize you didn't actually need it. Habit number 3 is the fastest wealth destroyer in modern society: treating credit cards like free money and paying only the minimum balance each month. Credit card companies love when you do this. They design the minimum payment to be painfully small, guaranteeing that you stay in debt for decades while they get rich charging you interest rates of 20%, 25%, or even more. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world when you invest, because your money makes more money. But when you have credit card debt, compound interest is working against you. It is an absolute financial emergency. You cannot build wealth if you are paying a 25% annual penalty on things you consumed months ago. You must declare war on your toxic debt. Stop using your credit cards immediately. Cut them up if you have to. Then, attack the debt using the avalanche method. Make a list of all your debts, from the highest interest rate to the lowest. Pay the absolute minimum on all of them except the one with the highest interest. Direct every extra dollar you can find toward that one. Use the savings from your canceled micro expenses and send them there. Once you pay off that card, take all that money and attack the next one. The fourth habit keeping you broke is being overly optimistic and not having an emergency fund. Life happens. Cars break down, roofs leak, people get sick, and companies downsize. If you do not have cash set aside specifically for emergencies, a single unexpected event can force you to use your credit card or take out predatory loans, pushing you right back into toxic habit number 3. Many people start investing in the stock market before having an emergency fund. This is a catastrophic mistake. If the market crashes and you lose your job at the same time, you will have to sell your investments at a loss just to be able to eat. Pause all your investments until you have a wall of cash protection. Your first goal is to save $1,000 as fast as possible. Sell things you don't use, work overtime, or get a side hustle. That is your starter emergency fund to prevent minor catastrophes. Once you are free of toxic debt, expand that fund until it covers 3 to 6 months of your basic living expenses, the 50% we talked about in the 50-30-20 rule. Put this money in a high-yield savings account. It is not there to make you rich, it is there to act as insurance against life, so the rest of your wealth can grow uninterrupted. The final habit, and the one that will truly stop you from achieving freedom and the FIRE lifestyle, is saving money under the mattress or in traditional bank accounts that pay no interest. Out of a fear of investing. Because of inflation, money loses its purchasing power every single day. If you leave your money in the bank, you are slowly making yourself poorer, guaranteed. Many people assume that investing in the stock market is like going to a casino, or that they need to be a Wall Street expert or have thousands of dollars to start. This is a myth that keeps the middle and lower classes trapped working for a paycheck until they are 70 years old. The solution is to educate yourself and take the first step. You do not need to be an expert to build generational wealth. The most powerful tool for normal people are index funds and ETFs. By buying an index fund that tracks the S&P 500, you are buying a tiny piece of the 500 largest, most successful companies in the United States all at once. You are not guessing which stock will go up, you are betting on the growth of the entire economy. And thanks to modern technology, you can start investing today automatically with very small amounts. Breaking these 5 habits won't happen overnight, but becoming aware of them is the first step toward your financial independence. If this video helped you identify a flaw in your routine, please hit that like button and subscribe to The Funded Professional to keep learning. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Be honest, which of these 5 toxic financial habits has cost you the most money in the past? I will be reading and replying. And if that last point got you thinking, you won't want to miss our next video, where I will guide you step by step from scratch on how to start investing in 2026 with just $50. Make sure you have the notification bell turned on. Remember, your mindset is your most valuable asset. Change your habits, and you will change your future. Thank you for being part of the community. Take control of your finances, and I will see you in the next video.